Yeah, we're rolling. Rolling. Welcome to Mirror Domains. And we'll take a look today at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day. And thought we would take a look at one of the first stories here. One of Deadpool and Wolverine's best cameos was nearly its own movie. So, guys, if you don't know, it's been out for 2 weeks now. Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a good movie. And as you can see in this picture here, we're not going to do spoiler alerts anymore, guys. If you don't want to see it, then it's clear that you don't want to see it. A lot of cameos. So, a lot's been coming out about the Gambit character and how he was going to have his own movie. So, Ryan Reynolds has been trying to make pitches right now to the studios. Well, why can't we just give him his own movie then? Why can't we give Wesley Snipes another Blade movie? I don't think we'll get an Elektra movie. I think Jennifer Garner was fine with just doing this little bit, but I'd be up for a Channing Tatum Gambit movie. I think a lot of people would be, including Deadpool and Wolverine's very own Sean Levy, who sat down with Variety to talk about a Gambit movie. All right, so what's going on here? Quote, I'm obsessed with Channing as Gambit. What went into the first and foremost is a decade of Channing wanting to play this part. A decade of Channing almost wanting this part at Fox. Almost playing this part at Fox. I know this is personally because back in those years I was one of 25 different directors who met with Channing about directing the Fox Gambit movie. And yet, it never quite happened. So when we decided to have Gambit in this movie, we knew it would be deeply gratifying for Channing. Yes, well, it was also for us fans too, right? Who followed that project and saw it fall apart. And hey, at least we got to see him once, guys. Channing Tatum was too funny as Gambit on set. But the criticisms I've been hearing are that it was too much of a shtick kind of thing, right? It was something that was, okay, it was funny for this movie, but if you were to stretch it out for an entire movie, would that work? No, I don't think it would work. What you would have to do is change the tone of this character to make it a little bit more serious, right? I don't know if you could ditch the accent or at least make the accent a little bit more palatable, work on it a little bit, and then have some other kind of conflict in there. Is Rogue going to be in there or not? I don't know. You could make it work, but keep the budget down. Like really, really super small. Hammed up Cajun accent. Most of his lines are completely unintelligible. Yeah, so they joked around about that. And that just goes to the shtick kind of thing, right? I'm about to make a name for myself here into a viral meme. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be ripe for the pickings of many, many memes to come. And when it gets its official release, you're going to see all that stuff. Stuff. So as you can see some of the juicy quotes here, I was laying my, I can't. I guess I can't say that. But yeah, and if you could maybe keep the tone of a Deadpool movie in there, kind of keep it cheeky, it could maybe work. I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, those are just the talks. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go out and see Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend. But can Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively pull off Barbenheimer 2.0, says Hollywood Reporter, or at least asks Hollywood Reporter? And I would probably have to say no, because the movie that Blake Lively's in, she voices Lady Deadpool, but she's not in, I don't think she's in the suit. Blake Lively has a movie opening up this weekend called It Ends With Us. That's not getting very good reviews, 58% by critics. If I go out to see it, it will be at a matinee, not right up off the bat. Like popular book club fiction, the romance connects with an audience yearning for strong emotions, toggling between the height of romantic love and the depth of domestic violence until the redemptive end. Is that what? I think I might have seen the trailers for this. Is it about an abusive relationship? I think I kind of remember that now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be down to watch that. Well, I, as I said, if I can sneak into a matinee, maybe. Maybe. I do like Blake Lively. I think she's a good actress, but Deadpool and Wolverine, I think, is going to be reclaiming the number one spot. They're releasing a bunch of behind the scenes stuff of like Hugh Jackman doing his ADR, making a lot of grunting noises, and that's kind of fun. You can see some spoilers in the background there of him fighting all the Deadpools. But yeah, ADRs when you come in, and you make all these weird noises. You've seen test footage now of Gambit, Channing Tatum as Gambit behind the scenes. We've seen Jennifer Garner working with her size and stuff, trying to get back up into shape for it and stuff. So it's all good stuff here. The marketing has been really solid for Deadpool and Wolverine, and I don't think that Borderlands, which is the marquee big huge thing this weekend, was going to be enough juice to knock it off its number one spot, because the reviews for Borderlands, well, have not been kind. It's a colorful misfire. We go over to the run. Ooh, oh, 0%. Hey, Borderlands debuts with a 0% on the tomato meter. What are you watching this weekend? Borderlands? It ends with us, Blake Lively, in a rom-com, dramatic, romantic kind of thing. I don't think it's a comedy. 58%. It's dealing with some dark, traumatic childhood trauma. Yeah, more of like a dramatic, romantic kind of thing going on there. And then there's a horror movie called Cuckoo, 80%. Oh my God, I'm going to be watching this one for sure with Hunter Schafer, Dan Stevens, and Jessica Henwick. Cuckoo, 80%. Reluctantly, a 17-year-old Gretchen leaves her American home to live with her father, who just moved into a resort in the German Alps, and things start to go awry. Yeah. Hunter Schafer, Dan Stevens. Supposed to be kind of a weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. If he's like trying to run an illegal mental hospital, trying to help people out, but yeah, Dan Stevens again playing a weird character. I think Cuckoo is going to be on the priority list for me this weekend. I know that a lot of people would like to have Borderlands out there, but I'm not seeing it, guys. I'm not feeling the buzz for Borderlands. Honestly, I seen that Cuckoo is playing at the Art House Theater this afternoon, and I got a choice. Do I see Cuckoo or do I see Borderlands? Money says, and views tell me to go see Borderlands, but guys, come on. I'm going to go see Cuckoo. There it is, right there. It's announced. I'm going to go see Cuckoo, and that's all you can, well, that's because it's more interesting to me. Borderlands, 0%. Stymies me right there. It's just like, wow. 0%. That's not good. Let's take a look at some of the critics' reviews. Oh, there's only 11 in. So nobody's going to like this one right now, but that'll change throughout the day, maybe. It should. No names in here jump off page at me, but the Independent UK here says, it's dragged us back to a time when studios used to make these with all the grace and acuity of a drunk person attempting to place a 3 a.m. chicken nugget order. Okay, that just is a jab at the executives not understanding the source material, not understanding the audience. We saw that echoed yesterday in the early buzz, right? Variety. When done right, such biting self-parody can serve to excuse tired storytelling. The last Borderlands arrives so close on the heels of Deadpool and Wolverine that it feels like a belly flop to the film's cannonball. Hollywood Reporter. Since the characters remain one-dimensional, not much more than cartoonish gamer avatars, we're never terribly invested in their survival or the quest to get to their vault first. Oh, it's a race to a vault? I never played the game, guys. I really don't know. In an age of CGI slop, Borderlands gets points for crafting a vibrant post-apocalyptic setting. It's such a shame it all adds up to Guardians of the Galaxy with worse jokes. So I got that compared to Cuckoo. And Cuckoo It's being named after a bird, from what I understand, like the cuckoo bird that nests inside or lays its eggs inside of another nest so that they can grow up. Where are the snapshot reviews? Here we go. See if anybody jumps off of the page out here for Cuckoo. Alonzo Duralde. Didn't like it. That Stevens is hiding a terrible secret is evident from the outset, but the film's explanation of what's going on and why is so muddled and baffling. Okay. San Francisco Chronicle. Cuckoo seems free and inspired until it starts seeming random and slapdash, and its degeneration has everything to do with our gradually realizing that Tillman has a lot of talent, ability to show off, but not much to say. So it's going to be more of a stylized film by the sounds of it? I was looking for some good acting performances from Dan Stevens and Hunter Schafer. That's what I was looking for. Kate Sanchez. Cuckoo is a testament to doing a lot with a little and the power of the uncanny valley. Enduring power of the uncanny valley. What? Yes, Kate, I don't know if I can understand what you're trying to say there. Let's see if anybody else jumps off the page at me. Not really. Oh, Matt Donato. Cuckoo wavers between nuttiness and art house rigidity. Wavers between nuttiness and art house rigidity. So it sounds like there's got some tone problems. Okay, that's been echoed twice now. Tone problems. Anybody else here that jumps off of the page? Times UK. It fails on its own terms as a scare-free horror flick, and only really succeeds as a conversation piece for a healthy post-screening argument. Oh. So are you saying that maybe I should see Borderlands first? Is that what I'm getting here? Whatever. I'm still going to see it. I still want to see it. This seems more interesting to me. Why not? It ends with us. Maybe I'll have to, maybe I'll try to find a date to go with this one. I can ask a few people. Why not? Borderlands. Not so good. There's Ariana Greenblatt. She's also in this. She was in Star Wars, right? Yeah, she was the young Ahsoka. I don't know. I like the cast for Borderlands because of Ariana Greenblatt, Kate Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, it's got the right ingredients. It does. So I don't know. Maybe I'm still. I just changed my mind there. I was like, oh, maybe I should go see Borderlands. It's questionable, guys. It's questionable. But as we've seen and as we forecasted yesterday, it's not going to. None of these three movies is going to crack into the top spot, because Deadpool and Wolverine is probably going to make 50 million this weekend, and I don't see any of three of these movies making that. All right, what do we got? 15 minutes. All right. Cuckoo director Tillman Singer explains why he apologized to Dan Stevens when they met. What? What's going on here? I need to shoot analog. Analog? What? A 70-minute supernatural horror film was made into the most modern resources. Okay, but Singer's talent was so evident he couldn't help but imagine that he'd be able to do it with a healthy budget. It may have taken 6 years, but the answer here was in the form of Cuckoo. Hunter Schafer's main character. At this moment, Singer is choosing to remain tight-lipped about the potential relationship between his two features. I don't want to answer that too concretely, but it's a good last name. What? What's the last name? What's going on here? I really like these Dutch frontier-sounding names. They work greatly for European and Americans, so I'll leave it at that. Singer tells The Hollywood Reporter Singer may have been coming off his senior thesis film, but he had a few non-negotiables when setting up Cuckoo at Neon. The line producer tried to talk me out of shooting on 35 millimeter, but it was one of my very early demands. I'm bringing my production designer, sound designer. I'm shooting on film. And I told them we can shoot 35 or a mix of 35 and 16. I don't care, but I need to shoot analog. Okay, so he wants to shoot film and not digital. Fine. Not 70 millimeter. A good indication is when I am struggling with a line or how to make a beat work on a script page. So I'd go to Neon Executive and say, I like, and I ask, could you just give it a try? And then they'd write a line in a perfect way. And I'd be like, all right, copy, paste, and goes off to the script. So he wasn't so confident on the script. Well, that gives me pause. So he's got this big article up on, the director of Cuckoo does on Hollywood Reporter. Goes into his thought process behind the film. Oh, there's Lady Deadpool. You have the sense of what you might make next. I don't know, guys. Like, So it sounds more like he had a team behind him that he wanted to bring, as opposed to actually shooting it on whatever. It was just that team was used to filming like that style, so that's what he wanted to keep. He wanted to keep in his own wheelhouse and focus in on the story, which we hear is having a little bit of a thematic problem. So I don't know. I'll still remain open-minded when I go out and see it. Longlegs may already be part of a cinematic universe of horror. Now, this caught my eye because it was like, I was thinking about going to see Cuckoo, obviously. I was like, wait a minute, are you going to try to massage in some kind of connected universe between this movie and Longlegs? Well, that definitely got me interested. But I went in to read the article and I didn't see any formal connection. They try to connect it through some kind of a shop that appears in the film. Longlegs goes into like a convenience store at one point, and where he mimics a sound gain Harker's attention, but those unaware of upcoming, he makes the cuckoo sound. So that's a long stretch, but there is the theme of the cuckoo bird here. I think that is going to be playing into the connection that loosely, well, they're using the same kind of premise where the cuckoo bird lays an egg in a nest and grows up there, the mother raises it, kind of thing, like that concept. That's what they're trying to get at here with these kinds of articles. But as far as them being a cinematic universe, no, they are not. Next, details emerge about suspects in foiled terror plot at Taylor Swift shows. Yes, I heard about this in Vienna, right? She had to cancel a few concerts because there was some terrorists were threatening to kill a whole bunch of people. Oh, God, for God's sakes, guys, how dare you? at a Taylor Swift show, why? For God's sakes, people are just there to have fun. But good for her peoples and stuff to see this and get wind of it and make the responsible decision of saying, okay, guys, there could be a serious risk here for the safety of fans, for the safety of people. I know it's not an ideal situation, but I guess she had to cancel 3 of her shows there in Germany, right? Austria. I'm sorry that you were denied this. Swifties stick together. Hate. Yeah. But it's good that people were able to uncover the intelligence beforehand, before it actually did happen, because that would have really dispirited her. That would have really made her, that would have hurt her, I think. And we can't be having that. Not in this world. Next, talking about music shows. Lauryn Hill says U.S. tour was called off due to low ticket sales, which she attributed to media sensationalizing off her canceled shows last year. Well, she canceled shows last year. Lauryn Hill, one of the Fugees, right? You know what? This is just a thing that even J-Lo had to cancel shows because of low ticket sales. And I think the problem is that most people are, they want these big shows. They want the big Eras Tour shows. and your name maybe just isn't like, even Jennifer Lopez had to cancel, guys. So maybe your machine just, it's too grandiose, you know. You want to have all these stars on stage, you want to have these big parts that move around and stuff like that. Well, you can't do that. You know, you're not all Metallicas, you're not all Taylor Swifts. It sucks. James, that's not very nice of you to say. You shouldn't feel bad for her Lauren Hill fans. Well, I do feel bad for her Lauren Hill fans, but I would just say scale your production down. Um, the way it seems to be going for a lot of bands these days is just, like, I don't see my favorite bands touring around and by big buses or planes anymore. It's just like them driving around in vans, getting to each venue, and like they're going back to that old school mentality of like, guys, let's not blow our wad here on these big trailer things that get set up behind the stadiums and stuff like that, because it's just not in our budget. We can't do it. It doesn't make it. It doesn't make us playing there feasible, and that's what I think has to happen. And for some of these bigger, well, even Lauren Hills, sadly, low ticket sales. Because if you charge $100 to go see her, even 200, like no, people just they can't afford that. It's just not. It's not feasible. Next. Steve Martin declines offer to play VP running mate Tim Walz for Saturday Night Live. Yeah, this broke immediately as soon as Walz was announced as um, Harris's running mate, and there's like, oh, we got to get Steve Martin to play him. We got to get Steve Martin to play him. Well, he's responded. He said, "Thank you, but no thanks. I wanted to say no." He says, "Quote, by the way, he wanted me to say no. I said, Lauren, I'm not an impressionist. You need someone who can really nail that guy. I was picked because I have gray hair and glasses." So yeah, it was like a fan casting. Oh, he's got to play. He's got to play. And it's like, guys, come on. I don't know, because you know what, Steve Martin, he would want to give it his all. He'd want to do it justice. And he's saying that, guys, right now I just don't have the time. Maybe I don't have the skill set. I think he would have the skill set to play him. It's just he doesn't want to do it in a improvised setting. He would prefer a more serious tone kind of thing, of like a serious project, of like a short or a full film kind of thing. I don't know, but it doesn't look like that's happening. What else isn't happening? Netflix has quietly canceled Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead franchise plans. Well, I think he's also been canceled for any more of Rebel Moon, because his director's cut debuted last week. It crashed and burned. It's not even on the most watched list for the week. Army of the Dead Lost to Vegas was in the works, but Snyder has shifted his focus. I never watched Army of Thieves either. It just, I don't know. I didn't hate Army of the Dead. It was a fun little ride, but I have absolutely no plans to go back and revisit it. I have no plans to. So basically, it was a well-made film, but it's like he's got these big plans for these long things. And what happens when you got these big plans is that you try to hold off the big selling points for later on in different parts that you may never get to because you've held off, right? You didn't hit us with the best stuff right up off the bat, which feels weird when you're writing it, right? It's like, well, this is my best stuff. It doesn't feel like I should put this in this movie right away, but you got to. And that's just one of the compromises as a writer. It's like, well, how are you going to eclipse that later on down the line? Well, just let the story evolve naturally afterwards, kind of thing, right? But you got to keep it in there. James, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what they were trying to plan out for Army of the Dead. Well, guys, this is just on a very generic, wide level kind of thing, right? Our Glass Viking says, "Oh dear, Zach has ruffled a few Netflix feathers. He needs his own redemption arc." Nobody doubts that Zach has an eye for shooting. I wouldn't even, guys, it's hard for me to even say action, because his shtick for the last little bit has been, for shooting action, has been slow motion. So it's like, he's got an aesthetic that I think people like. Um, a cinematographer, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. But he's got tools in there that people have liked in the past, and they want to see those skills come out again. I don't think Army of the Dead or Rebel Moon is the way for him to go. I think he needs to adapt something else and work on that. I don't think a responsible executive or a responsible producer out there should go to Zack Snyder and say, I want to produce whatever it is you're writing next, your own original stuff. That seems irresponsible. If he were to say that I'm adapting something else, because if we've seen in the past he's good at adapting stuff, that's, I think, the way that Zack Snyder should go. But I don't know if, I think his writing days are pretty much over. Next, this is why A Simple Favor 2 is not getting a theatrical release. Paul Feig, right? Feig? Feig? Yeah, Feig. Uh, Blake Lively. Um, I liked A Simple Favor. A lot of that had to do with Blake Lively and, yeah, her. Well, who's her, James? You know that girl. Anna Kendrick. No, I like Anna Kendrick a lot. I'm a huge fan of hers. I think she's a massively um, underutilized talent. Like she should be in a lot more stuff. Maybe she's just picking her projects carefully. She's a great actress. According to the Rap, Feig explained that not only did Amazon want the sequel, but they also made movies to show what they would support fully. Feig, whose upcoming Jackpot is also headed to Prime Video, admits that they were courted by others, but Prime Video said best choice. Okay, so it was a it was a deal to get the movie made. Okay, we're gonna make it straight for streaming. You got you go where they want to make it, and Amazon really wanted this. It was great. We had a few other suitors for it, but they just really got it, and they were able to put the money in that we needed to do it and do it the way we wanted to do it. It's intentional now. It takes place in Italy, and I wanted to shoot in Italy and not, make Prague look like Italy. No slam against Prague. So, gee, sounds like a big swipe at Prague. Prague. So there have been just amazing partners on this. I've been absolutely so happy. So it was just a negotiating deal. Simple Favor 2 is going to be on Amazon. Hey, business is business. At least you got to make your movie. Next. The Bike Riders movie gets detailed fact check from former Hells Angel leader. I like the Bike Riders. Now, I could probably understand someone looking at it who actually was part of the bike rider gangs and stuff and say, well, guys, that seems like didn't really happen like that. You're kind of massaging some of the stuff. It's a little bit more grittier than that. And he just goes on to explain about a bomb that happened uh, down there. It was like one of the biggest bombs ever in like U.S. history or something that was going to go off. Uh, that really they just burned stuff. I don't think there was a bomb in the movie, not that I remember. But Tom Hardy was good in it. That's pretty much all that this article goes into. Uh, if you get a chance to see it on streaming, it's definitely worth watching it on streaming. Austin Butler does a good job as well. Um, so does Norman Reedus, actually. He shows up as a small cameo part, but he does a really good job with that. Arglass says, I thought A Simple Favor was one and done. It's like having a Gone Girl too. Does every movie deserve or need a sequel? Well, yeah. It was I just like the turnabout that happened on it, right? Like how she was like a thought she was in control all the time and then how she got bested. I like that angle to it. Uh, is there anything more? We got a release date yet? A Simple Favor sequel. Allison Janney, Henry Golding. Elizabeth Perkins. Elizabeth Perkins is awesome. The morning show. So she's been working a lot on TV stuff recently, huh? She's going to be in a Simple Favor sequel. Looks like she's aged gracefully, huh? Wow. I always thought she was stunning. And she still is. Next. Craven the Hunter earns an R rating for strong, bloody violence and language. When is this movie coming out now? I can't remember. Is it supposed to be this fall? Craven the Hunter has been rated R for strong, bloody violence and language. Let the games begin. Craven has been moved to Christmas because we're excited about it. And Christmas is the best release period there is when you get people with time to go back to the movies over and over again, says Marvel. December 13th, 2024. Craven the Hunter. Guys, this movie's done. It's been done for over a year. It's just sitting on the shelf saying, oh, it's collecting dust. That's pretty much what it's doing. And earning up interest payments. And it's like, I really don't know the strategy behind delaying it so much. I guess they were trying to mitigate backlash from Madame Web. Guys, I think just like Borderlands, guys, we all see the writing on the wall. We all know that Craven the Hunter is not going to be a good movie. All right, we just hope that it's going to be entertaining enough that when we go see it, we won't come out of the theater going, "Yeah, what was that?" You know, that's what we don't want to have. We just want it to come out, be like, "Okay, all right, you got your chance. Um, you did it. Fine." See, Craven the Hunter is one of those things where it's kind of like the opposite of what's happening with Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, you got your chance to play the character. You did it. It's done. It's not like the Gambit thing where it's like, okay, you got your chance. You did it. It was fun. No, it's like, oh, you got your chance. You did it. I want to see more. Uh, the 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 way it feels is that okay, you got your movie. Just go away now, please. We don't want to hear about it anymore. I hope it's good, and I do like Aaron Taylor Johnson as an actor. I just, I, I, I can't, I can't, I can't believe that it's a good movie because of the way that they've treated it. The way that it was supposed to come out last year. It was supposed to come out last spring or something. Not this spring, like 2023 spring, guys. I totally forgot about this movie. Has anyone actually sees it? Anyone who actually sees it will quickly forget about it as well. So yeah, that seems to be the sentiment here in the comments as well. Dude, watch the first trailers. It's always going to be rated R, well before Deadpool. No, the thing is that it doesn't have the tone of Deadpool, and they haven't gone back to. They're not reshooting anything for this, guys. It's done. As I said, it's totally sitting in the can. December 13th will come and go, and Craven the Hunter will be one of those ones that gets buried in the avalanche of what's being released there in December. All right. All right, we're 36 minutes, guys, and that's about as long as I wanted. I'm trying out this different style of not running it for a whole full hour or anything. So I thought we would just go over to the Twitterverse and round us out. First trailer for Jason Reitman's Saturday Night. Oh yeah, this is about the night before the first official Saturday Night Live, right? So they got a trailer out for this. Oh, that was that supposed to be not Aykroyd? That's Belushi, right? Is that Jim Belushi? It sounds like it's an R-rated trailer.
The writers on the 17th floor tied a belt around Big Bird's neck and hung him from my dressing room door.
Looks like you've been into this ensemble. Oh, is this an ensemble?
This team makes more money playing rooms of the Tonight Show. What we see is lucky to have something relevant to the show. They don't even
Well, it looks a little bit gritty. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be really gritty. It looks like they're not holding any punches with that one. I'm going to have to. That's good. That's the way I think we wanted it, right?
They want you to just have to make it
there. That does look interesting. Well, that looks a lot better than I thought it was. So that was 2 minutes ago, right? Snipes and Jackman on the set of Deadpool and Wolverine. Nurse Jackie. September 6, 2024. I'll be right there. Sophia Nomvet. She's going to be in Rings of Power, right? That's the wife of, what's her name? Doran or something? Dorna? Can't remember her name. Orvith Clark. Give that the old heart. Charlie Vickers. I like that one too. I like the shininess. Entertainment Weekly has some new pictures of the Rings of Power cast out. We're just taking a look at them. There's an ensemble pick. Who's this one? Who's that one again? I don't see the guy that plays the elf either. The black Arwind or whatever. What was his name? Oh, that moving. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like how the dress shines. That's cool. That's really cool. Evil takes root. All right. Unstoppable. Inside Out 2 will be released on VOD. Warner Bros. Discovery stock sinks to an all-time low after reported $11.2 billion in write-downs and charges. First teaser, Aaron Hernandez. Not interested in it. Sorry, guys. He got his bell rung a couple times, too many times, and then decided to. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. Sorry. I don't like promoting up people who broke the law and did terrible things. Julia Louis-Dreyfus singing along 360. She's always been fun. Borderlands debuts with a 0% from 14 reviews. Yeah, not a good start. Luca Guadagnino, Diplomat Season 2. Megan Faye, I don't know who that is. Aaron Deere is the black one. Okay, Aaron Deere. We didn't see Aaron Deere there, right? That's not him. That's one of the bad guys. Yeah, I don't see him here. Let's take a look. Because I want to know. Gotta be in the cast. Ismael Cruz Cordova. Yeah, that's right. So is it Markella Kavanaugh? Is that who's in the middle there? Yeah, Markella. Who is she? She's only 24. But who is she? Oh, that's one of the Tenderfoot people, right? What the heck is her name? barefoot people. They're like proto hobbits, right? Harfoot. Yeah. Oh, that's who that is. Okay. Wow, just because of the long hair and the long lavish dress, you don't think that is a Harfoot? Okay. Wow, she really looks different. See if she's posted that to her Instagram. Yeah, yeah. You look at her face here, and then in that, totally different. Yeah, I don't know what this was people's least favorite part of this storyline, but it kind of introduced us to one of the wizards, so that was good. Brandyfoot, yeah. All right, is that it for today? I don't think anything else big broke. It doesn't feel like it. Dandelion. It ends with us. Premiere in London. Idris Elba. Shifters. Yep. Heartstopper. Josh Hartnett. 38 years ago. Stand By Me was released in theaters. Really? 38 years ago. Wow. These guys were like 12, 13, so they'd be like in their 50s now. Should be. Maybe late 50s. River Phoenix. Great talent, man. Great talent. It sucks what happened to him. Josh O'Connor on the set of Knives Out 3. And Andrew Scott. New look at Cuckoo, Hunter Shaver and Dan Stevens. Yeah, I'm still flip-flopping between am I seeing Cuckoo or am I seeing Borderlands? Both start around the same time, so it's just kind of like I got to make a choice here. Daisy Ridley showing a little bit of cheek here for women's health. Just diagnosed with, what was it, Graves' disease. Why are you showing your butt? Fine. Yeah, we wished her good health there the other day, right? Interstellar will be re-released in theaters December 6th. All right. Looks like that's pretty much all that's broken. If anything big, huge drops, or like there's a big new movie trailer that drops, I don't know. Oh, Hot Ones. Ariana Grande is going to be on Hot Ones. The Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds Hot Ones was pretty good. That was a lot of fun to watch. Let's see if Ariana can handle her heat. I know I can't. I can't do this anymore because I've got acid reflux, and it just like I could handle it while I was there, but as soon as I went home and then at night, uh, it would be just like ugh, torture. Daisy Edgar Jones has joined Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney in a tiny pool of 20-something actresses, on which the major Hollywood studios will bet the three actors will have starred in at least 2 films that have crossed 100 million. Jones is now in a slew is considered for a slew of scripts. Erotic thrillers, huh? She doesn't have to do that. Daisy's a great actress there. She's got lots of talent. So does Zendaya. I'm always enamored with Zendaya. And I really like Sydney Sweeney, immaculate. Madame Web meh. Whatever. All right. Is that all I got? I think that's all I've got. That's all I've got in the can. Borderlands got a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Don't torture yourself, James. Go watch Cuckoo. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go over to the movies. We haven't gone over to the Reddit verse. Pedro Pascal was very funny in Hot Ones. Yeah. See what review thread. So it's up to 4% on the tomato meter right now. That's what it's saying. Let's reload. 4% by 27. Okay. So not a very good start. Borderlands is poised to be one of the bombs. We forecasted that yesterday, so we shouldn't be too surprised by that. Re-release of Interstellar this December. It's weird that Edgar Wright movies never won an Oscar for Best Film Editing. Last Night in Soho was pretty good. That was tight editing, man. Especially with all the mirror flips and stuff. Most painful movie beatdowns. TMNT 1990, where Casey gets the crap beaten out of him, was hard to watch. Oh, by the guy. And then he beats him up with a golf club. Most painful beatdowns, when somebody gets beaten down. With the two of them, Roddy Piper and what's that guy's name? In They Live. They both beat each other up, and they beat each other to a pulp. Ray Liotta against the guy across the street in Goodfellas. Curb Stomp in American History X. Patricia Arquette in True Romance gets beat up by Gandolfini. I remember that. Yeah, that was brutal. That's hard to watch too. I don't like to watch a woman get hit like that. Apparently, wasn't it Gandolfini that said he even had trouble filming that scene, right? Yeah, that's hard to that was hard to do. Yeah, you don't like to watch that. Nikki at the end of Casino gets a beat down. That wasn't hard to watch though. You wanted to see Nikki at the end of Casino get his comeuppance, right? John Carpenter's They Live, yeah. Equalizer when the Russian beats the Irishman. I need to go back and rewatch The Irishman. Or sorry, the first Equalizer. That one was with Chloe Grace Moretz, right? We got some good beatdown. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 still holds up. I totally agree. Rebel Moon's director's cut are a lesson on how not to start a franchise. Yeah, so some people are trying to milk that Rebel Moon story. Looks like they're getting some good traction on it, though. 8.7K. Patricia Arquette got Karma in True Romance. Yeah. She was really good in that movie. The whole family is horrible to Kevin Home Alone. Yeah, we've heard that. Black Panther and Black King actress Connie Chiom dies. Oh, bummer. From a medical procedure. That sucks. Oh, man, that sucks. At 72, when you go in for a procedure. Same kind of thing happened to Bill Paxton, right? He went in for a simple procedure, and then I guess they didn't do something right, and he died later on. No. Terrible. Rest in peace. Bummer. What else is going on out here? What are some child performances that should have been Oscar nominated if the Academy regularly acknowledged children? Uh, Child performances, huh? Kirsten Dunst interview with Vampire, Jacob Tremblay and Dr. Sleep. Yeah. Oh, and we're talking about beatdowns. Jacob Tremblay getting a beatdown, and yeah, that was hard to watch too. Any of the leads in Stand By Me. Yeah, there you go. We were just talking about River Phoenix. Uh, there's one that should have gotten one for sure. Anatomy of a Fall was great. Christina Ricci as Wednesday Adams. I don't know if that was award worthy, but she was good. It put her on the map. It got everybody looking at her. Yeah. How many times have you seen your favorite movie? Oh, well, I've seen Empire Strikes Back well over 50 times. I just don't count anymore. Oh, it's on? I'm watching it. Whatever. What deleted scene would have completely changed the movie for or franchise had it been left in? The deleted egg scene in Alien? Oh, yeah, where he gets morphed into the egg. Uh, Tom Skerritt's character like morphs into the egg, and there was a scene where she comes in and he's like, "Kill me," kind of thing, and he burns her, or he burns him. Yeah, that would have changed things up a little bit. Because the life cycle of the alien was originally intended to only be short, and that was supposed to be highlighted in the movie, right? Like when the alien's inside her escape pod at the end, it's supposed to be on its last legs, like breath wise. because it's already it's come, it's gone, it's laid its eggs, it's with its new captives and stuff. Like that's the way it was supposed to be, but they just got rid of that storyline. Watch the Canadian Olympics. We won for the hammer throw, by the way. Good for that. Had to watch some running later on today too. Question about The Departed. Spoilers. Movies with terrible sequels. I'm not going to talk about that. Okay. First teaser poster for Steven Soderbergh's Presence. Guys, I watched this trailer for Presence yesterday. This teaser, it was just a shot of a street. And then all of his Steven Soderbergh's accolades rolls up. And it's like, from the director of Sex, Lies, and Videotape, Aaron Brockovich. Traffic. It's like, okay. And then it just pans up, it pans around into the room and says, Presence. It's like, what the heck is this? What kind of, like, okay, I get it. I guess if you want to appeal to the Soderbergh fans, but my God, that teaser for Presence was, I don't know what they were smoking. First images from Saturday Night, Jason Reitman's Saturday Night. So that's Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, Jim Belushi. Is that? I don't know who's supposed to be who here for the girls. Well, that's a good picture. I like that. Is that supposed to be Jim Henson coming down saying that you guys ruined my set? Oh, that's what that was supposed to be. Okay. Let's just take a look at Saturday Night IMDb. Let's take a look. Saturday Night IMDb 2024. Who's all in the cast? We'll end with this. Finn Wolfhard is a Page. Willem Dafoe is David Tebbutt. Dylan O'Brien is Dan Aykroyd. Dylan O'Brien is Dan Aykroyd? Let's go back to this first one. That's Dylan O'Brien right there, huh? Wow. Yeah, he actually does look like him. Wow, that's good. Rachel Sennone is Rosie Schuster. Milton Berle, J.K. Simmons. Ella Hunt is Gilda Radner. Garrett Morris, Jacqueline Carlin, Jim Henson. Lauren Michaels. Corey Michael Smith is Chevy Chase. Okay, so the guy who played the Riddler on Gotham. He played the Riddler on Gotham. He actually, okay, he's a good actor, though. He should be able to handle that, I think. Emily Farrand. Kaya Gerber. Jane Curtin. Kim Matula. So one of these is Jim Curtin. Is that Jane Curtin? I don't know. Interesting. Herb Shrest. All right, guys. What do you think about this? Coming soon, October 11th, Saturday night. Good way to end out the show. All right, guys, thank you very much. I will be going out to see Cuckoo. Maybe. I don't know. Borderlands. I'll get one of them up. And if I don't get to, I'm going to be seeing both of them in the next day. So don't worry about that. I'll be posting my straight out of the theater reactions for both. We'll have to see which one comes first. Will it be Borderlands or will it be Cuckoo? I think it's going to be Cuckoo, though. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hit that thumbs up button. And I'll see you next time right here on Mirror Domains.